and welcome to the Raw Review. We are the Dadley Boys of WhatCulture. I'm Adam Wilbourn, joined by Michael Hamflett, Michael Sidgwick, here to review everything that happened on last night's episode of Man and Now Raw. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. We do daily wrestling podcasts where we not only review Raw, but also SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. AEW Dynamite, pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a round of the week complete with a bloody good quiz, of course, on WrestleCulture. As said, they're joined by Hamflett and Sidgwick to review last night's Raw from the Upside Down.
Yeah. Yeah, like the first door on the old advent calendar is not the most exciting, is it? They put the big chocolate on the 24th of December.
All right, wrestle votes.
That's
You know, so if Survivor Series was underwhelming, that was probably by design.
yeah. Nah, this is just fine, wasn't it? Like
Nah,
Raw
worse than that.
Raw. I liked the crossover stuff. Wasn't too
Good.
Didn't feel too put upon by the Stranger Things stuff. Just like that music, made me feel good. Like nothing on the card was that good. Like, but I thought the show was decent.
No, God damn it! Isn't this the set the tone for the exciting things are going to happen? It's a big show. They've been building matches on it for like a long time. Qualifies as a big show. I have to say, like, first of all, I didn't like the show very much. With calls.
Okay. Like how CM Punk was fired from AEW. Calls.
Yes.
Had to leave.
Yes. This Stranger Things crossover, it was
Yeah, it felt a bit quite put upon.
like, I'm not being funny. I was baffled, fully baffed throughout because it's just finished. Understand, you know, it's there forever as long as the archives will hold it or whatever. So they want people to, maybe someone who's never got on board with Stranger Things will think, everyone's talked about this forever. Maybe it's worth doing a bit of cross promotion. But the timing of it was so odd. There was no like, for better.
Just talk about a show when it's like people are going to talk about Stranger Things finishing for weeks. I disagree. It's a perfect timing. Like,
That's not perfect, though, is it, mate?
It's right. Well, the day of the finale.
Usually, you promote things are upcoming.
Yeah, it's not like there's water cooler television.
Perfect's the wrong word, though.
Stranger Things is
I think you should rescind it.
Nah, Stranger Things is the most spoken about show. I don't know a thing about Stranger Things, but all I knew is it was the biggest TV event of Christmas, and people are going to be watching. And like people have said, like in this office,
Perfect.
I'm watching. I would say it's like there's not going to be in 6 months. Nobody's going to be talking as much about Stranger Things as they are right now. Like fair enough, it was launching today. That might have been that can be perfect. I'll give you that. But I would say there's no other better time than right after a show's finished because it's in the zeitgeist. It'll disappear soon. Like the next thing will be here.
Yeah, I know, but
you know, I
perfect.
Well, all right, you know, I'm just in a better mood. Christmas is
Yeah,
starting.
let's just not be wrong. For better or for worse probably, but why do it? There was no like crossover Stranger Things match, or the characters weren't there because why would they turn up for this? Like,
I didn't expect someone to be there.
I was like, what is the point? No one's there. They've just got some props. Like, the show's finished. Like, what? Why are we doing this?
It felt as I was watching.
So,
it
they're
felt
going around in an ice cream.
Netflix have maybe asked them to.
You
do
think?
more than WWE were that desperate to, especially when Adam Pearce was like, "What the hell's this?" backstage.
That was weird, wasn't it? What's that? Like he's angry with the Strange Things properties, his roster. Like that, in that way that GMs have got to be cross and flustered with everything. Yeah, like, I don't know. I thought it was, I never heard that music before.
Right, that's what's done something to you, right?
I
like the chapters.
The title cards, yeah, the chapter things as well, I thought were really cool.
He Who Remains, Gunther. What does that mean?
Close enough, isn't it?
No, it's not.
They look like Strange Things words to me, basically. So I was like, well, that must be something to do with Strange Things, and it must be, you can slightly tie it to Gunther. It was like a tie-in in its strictest definition, because I was like, that's probably Strange Things related. I don't know.
He Who Remains, ... doing this kind of diminished return.
Cena's gone. Cena's gone, and Gunther's the one that's left. He remains.
Yeah. They all remain.
The show always remains.
It was Strauss, and here's what happened. You've been charmed by the spooky synths of the totally goated Stranger Things opening theme. It is what I think it did a lot of heavy lifting for that show, really, which I kind of gave up on early in season 4. You don't like adventures.
No.
It's kids going on the epic adventure.
Yeah.
It's like Spielberg Goonies homage You would hate Stranger Things for that reason, but the music is wonderful. I loved the first season of it. I thought it was exceptional. Homage. There's a ceiling on it. You can like it. Obviously, you can like it without knowing the reference points because it's this kids love it. It's a big phenomenon. But for me, it's like it couldn't exist without one thing coming before it. Loved the first season. Thought it was excellent, and then it just kind of went from there for me. You're on a Stranger Things t-shirt, Wilbourn. What are your thoughts on it?
I like Stranger Things. Just felt a weird crossover, to be honest. Like
Thank you.
Michael Cole could have dressed for it.
The way people interacted. Yeah.
It was so half-arsed.
In his full suit.
Just climbing out of the back of the van.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Don't know what we're doing here, but...
Just woke up.
I've been reliably informed that Stranger Things is a cultural phenomenon on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't know what was... It felt like they just got the props department and just gone, there you go, do you want any of this? Drape some stuff over the barricade or whatever. And then it just... I like you say, I don't know if I would have been happier or sadder if they'd have had like a Stranger Things
match
with like the red lighting or something. I might have been like, oh no, this is even worse.
Yeah.
But yeah,
a waste of my time.
I was a little bit genuinely surprised that I was like, you can't just ask one of the cast to come, like Finn Wolfhard couldn't just be like, no,
it's neither one who's actually going to make it, or he'll get the chance to make it. What's she called? The redhead.
Oh yeah,
because she's getting
Max.
She's
Max.
Talented. She'll get who's the one who's rubbish? Noah Schnapp.
Oh yeah,
he'll turn up to a opening of a car dealership in about 2 years. I'm sure he could have got there.
Okay. Well,
he was. We learn how to act between seasons, but he was hopeless. He got hopeless.
I'll say this right. There was one point in there, because this is not otherwise worth reviewing other than while we're talking about the Stranger Things, like integration of it all. It popped into my head because not that long ago I watched, it was King of the Ring 2001, but it could be any show from this era where there'll always be a wrestler at WWF New York. And they went to Damian Priest doing the cheerleader stuff for Rhea Ripley at the Netflix restaurant, wherever it was. Again, like the tie-in, of course you would do it, and of course it makes sense. But the difference in eras, right? The King of the Ring 2001, they had Billy Gunn there, and Jim Ross was like, "Hey Billy, how you doing at WWF New York?" He's like, "How the hell do you think I feel? I won this tournament 2 years ago, and I'm stuck at this whole restaurant. I ain't even on the pay-per-view." Like, if wrestlers raging, payoffs, towns, the proper stuff, like cut to Damian Priest, like this massive Raw Netflix, like they just had his final payoff. Didn't pin his shoulders to the mat. He put me in an ambulance, so he didn't really win. But like,
how does that work?
Just won
also, a vignette early on the show, by the way, they said, "You can pin me, you can put me in an ambulance, but it's never going to be over." Well, no, this is the blow-up.
He's brilliant, man.
What are you doing?
But you left.
Like, so he's like, you got, I'm not even on the big, I've just won my big feud and it's Royal Rumble season. It's like, what you got for me at Raw? Cafe, mate. Cafe. Rhea.
Pop along to Netflix Bites.
Different game.
Could not someone have come out in some kind of like Vecna mask? One of the baddies. It's just half-arsed rubbish. Paul Levesque hasn't got a single idea in his fucking head. He hasn't.
Not even
he hasn't.
To Papa H, which would have worked, of course.
Of course,
there's a Papa H in Stranger Things.
No, there's one of the characters says Papa.
Anyway, right, let's get into it.
Like you see how you almost had me for a second.
Imagine someone's called Papa H. You were just excited today when I explained there is actually a 7 in Stranger Things for there to be an 11.
Right, yeah.
But doesn't get as much.
I prefer the WCW 7 and the shop 7-11 over either Stranger Things character.
Anyway, so Cole and Corey get out of the
Stranger Things is the stuff I eat from the 7-11.
Middle aisle. You were born in the middle aisle. You. I love a middle aisle.
Turn the camera upside down.
I didn't.
But let's get into the action. It was the women's tag team titles on the line. The Kabuki Warriors versus Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Fairly early, they went to a break after Ripley hit a cannonball off the apron. When they come back, she goes for it again, but Kairi saves Asuka, and they send Rhea into the barricade. But Rhea fights back, brings in Io Sky. There was a sling blade. There was a Hiroshi Tanahashi reference in there.
Yeah,
Corey Graves. That was nice.
They also referenced Sting as well.
Yeah.
Literally, a broken clock is right twice a day.
Wilbourn did flag it up though, like, really need you, Nakamura. This thing where you speak to Tamatonga in Japanese and then just disappear off set. Otherwise, we would loved you to made it to Wrestle Kingdom, but
sorry,
lights
are what they are.
10 seconds that. So he's gonna need you.
Can't we have shot that before? Really needed to be in the hole that is Buffalo, please.
It's a live feel.
Very not from me, by the way. That was just them on Friday. Just every chance they got, they told you how crap Buffalo was. Basically.
Bit Vincian, every now and then he'd bury a town.
Yeah.
It was that. Like, every heel.
I'll watch on Wednesday, of course.
You'll find out for yourself then all the different digs they take at Buffalo.
Oh well. No, I did watch some of it. Smackers. Was it the one where they had the Borash pilled outside of Drew's house?
No,
that was a couple of weeks ago, yeah.
Awful.
The home invasion thing, the beautifully shot home invasion. Cody's brought his own team to invade his house.
Awful.
Can you get me from this angle and that one?
Oh, no, sorry. The most recent episode of SmackDown, of course, was...
Good.
No. It's an easily printable picture.
Yeah, we said this.
Yeah, aye. Like, the probably could have been...
Cheapest frame possible.
Yeah. An official studio shot.
Yeah.
Like, not even any kind of sort of priceless...
Just create a priceless heirloom of some description.
That's what I was saying, you could
that you sort of established 2 or 3 weeks prior.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
And also... Anyway, it doesn't matter. We talked about it on the SmackDown review. Kairi Sane hit a foot stomp to Io Sky's back as she's draped over the top rope to take us to another break. When we come back, Rhea gets the hot tag, hits Sane with a razor's edge. Sky comes in with a flying dropkick for a near fall. The babyfaces get a nice near fall, a setup for a nice near fall after Ripley gives a riptide to Kairi Sane. Sky wants a moonsault, but Asuka shoves Rhea into Sky to knock her off the top and hits a code breaker on Rhea Ripley. And the heels double team Rhea Ripley until Io makes the save, dumps Kairi out of the ring. Sky comes in and hits Asuka with a running meteor in the bottom rope. And Rhea comes in, hits Asuka with a riptide. Sky hits a moonsault, takes out Sane with a dive, and Rhea covers Asuka. 1, 2, 3, new tag team champions.
House show fair.
Yeah. The popularity of Io
Sky
and Rhea Ripley is such that you would do all of this. But I'm so unmoved by these matches. They were loving in the end. It was a fairly quiet night in the old Barclays compared to some nights in that building. But they were up for the finish here. And I would say the same in the main event too. I don't know what it is, but I don't think the Kabuki Warriors are much to write home about anymore. And I understand why they're both beloved as wrestlers, and I've got my favourites, and I've got people I will just...
They're not very gleefully evil, are they, anymore? They just kind of do stuff.
Moves, just doing stuff. So I've not... when this feud first kicked off, for all the terrible acting from Io Sky in particular, they've made it so that these goodies needed to get revenge on these baddies, and now they've taken the titles, and this should have felt grander. This should have felt more emotional, I think, than it did. The fans enjoyed the parade of close calls and kickouts and stuff like that, and wanted the baby faces to win. So that bit, they've got it right. It's Io and Rhea having the belt is good because you can split them and get a good WrestleMania match out of it if that's what they're going to do. They're massively over. To me at this point, in spite of an act that doesn't really work for me, I get that kind of ick from watching them together at this point, but they're so over in the buildings. People love them. I didn't think the match felt like these pairings against each other. Was it Pearce you mentioned the other? I remember thinking that went long, but this actually feels like Rhea and Io wanting to get some proper measure of revenge on Asuka and Kairi Sane for all the awful things that Asuka's done. This was so far removed from that. Just a bunch of moves and the hot baby faces got the win.
Right result though.
Yeah. Aye.
House show fair.
Just thinking there as you were talking about it. The nickname for the team, obviously Rio. Did you see Rio's statement regarding the Man United's change of management recently?
Yes, I saw this. Brilliant.
Yeah, sorry, can you be honest?
An early one.
So obviously, Ruben Amorim is gone from
frozen,
Man United.
mate.
Instead, oh dear, are we in the upside down?
No, got it wrong.
Sacre tangent. So they give it to Darren Fletcher, former Man United player. And Rio was.
They might not.
Oh.
That was the leading candidate. There's a twist to this tale. I'll tell you after your anecdote.
So the general consensus is Darren Fletcher's going to take over, and they go Rio, former teammate of yours. How do you think he's going to do? What do you think he's going to do? And he's always said, Obviously, he'll lean on, more knowledgeable people around him. Sir Alex, me. The second person he said, probably call me if anything. And I'll tell him what he needs to do.
It's one of those with it being on Twitter, you can never tell if it's a real quote because people are getting real damn good at making up sort of credible lies. Yeah. But it also sounds like absolutely something he would say. Fabrizio Romano.
Okay.
That guy.
Your favourite? My
favourite. I don't have to. Everyone knows, man. It's apparently Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has.
He's at the wheel.
He's at the wheel, eh? He's sort of let it be known that he would come back and do a job for a while.
Interesting.
Nostalgia, even in very recent nostalgia, works in funny ways because Man U fans are like, are you actually entertaining to watch under Ole? And if you look at stats, it's like, didn't they finish second once? And it's only because it was like the best Premier League team ever in Man City that just were going to beat anyone that wasn't them. So they are slowly convincing themselves that Ollie should be at the wheel again, I think.
Interesting. And you worried about your manager?
Not yet, but this will probably be next season's worry. This is why, like, right now is the magic. Because you don't set expectations and get excited about other stuff because football's just taken away from you. So, like, all the nice things, I mean, now, like, because, probably if things continue this season, then, he becomes a guy that people, like Glasner's got it at Palace. That would be the dream, really. Like, the idea, I've never seen Sunderland play in Europe and might never. So if he does that, that's like, well, that's ticked. A cup, we're never going to win a cup, but if we did, tick. Like,
sorry, you said you're never going to win a cup. So you take you back just a couple of years ago.
Excuse me, yeah, good point, yes. Well flagged up.
What was it, Papa John's?
Papa John's, then the old Pete's Cup, get it back on the train because there was no team bus. Like in those days, different time.
Back in those days, 3 years ago.
Yeah. Players, manager, everything that's good will go. So just love every second of it now. That's my mood.
He would have been potentially like what you need to worry about. Like I don't think a Chelsea would have looked at him, or City aren't gonna, because Pep might be leaving at the end of the season. I don't think they're gonna look for a Labrise, as great a job as he's done. What you need to look out for is the Spurs West Ham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like a bit more money, bit more cachet, like Spurs.
Because you don't want to be thought of as worse than
if
West
your
Ham,
season had happened a year before it has. Spurs were so frightened by Ange Ball and this gung-ho attacking football with these sort of like ridiculously reckless high lines. Like Labrise has got that Thomas Frank defensively stoic, resolute shape, and Labrise's out of possession shape's incredible. Tottenham would have been calling if you were a year earlier in the trajectory.
Stamford Labrise.
Oh,
Barely works that. So
the headline writers have got that one in the back pocket.
Called the new bridge.
Regisler Bridge.
That's it. Yeah. Anyway, that was our sacred tangent. Moving on, there's a video package to promote the main event, Punk versus Breaker. Then Pearce is backstage congratulating the new champs and mugging off a Demogorgon. What the hell's that? When Gunther approaches him and Pearce says, look, big show tonight. A lot of eyes on the show, a lot of eyes on you, including those in the locker room. Maybe a bit more respect tonight. Gunther walks out. There's the chapter called Chapter 2, He Who Remains.
Clever that, because...
Strange thing, yeah. Gunther says, I've been asked by management to show a little bit of respect. What about respect from me? The man that made John Cena do the one thing he said he would never do. Respect for the man who made John Cena tap out, like a little... AJ Styles comes out to interrupt. And he says, if you're out here to tell me about respect, AJ, you're punching above your weight. You and I both know I'm the greatest wrestler in this company right now.
Is he talking to himself?
Yeah.
Yep.
That includes you.
It sounded like shoot Jeff Farmer.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm the man that made John Cena tap out like a little, you know what, AJ? Like a little bitch. That leaves us one question. What is little old AJ going to do about it? You can't see me to Styles and Styles.
Gunther's face here was marvellous.
Yeah.
I will say that.
There was an image I've already sent to Hamflett this morning of him laughing.
Do you have little
at
markouts on Slack?
Now, why was I sending that to you?
I don't know.
Oh, I
I
know.
was about to
'Cause
receive
it was a Stranger Things thing. I was sending to you.
Like Pro WWE stuff dropping in. I was like, never of you.
I sent it to Andy as well because it's a really good thumbnail because it's just him laughing heartily at AJ Styles. But AJ slaps Gunther in the face. Styles says, yeah, that's what I thought. You're going to do nothing. That's AJ Styles talking now.
Yeah.
And Styles storms out at this point. He confronts Gunther. I'll mention the other thing right now. We go backstage following this and a bit of Ivy Nile and Pearce that I'll get to in a second. Gunther wants Styles. Styles walks in and says, let's fight right now. Unless you're going to stand there like a little bitch. But Gunther wants the match for next week in Germany.
Yeah, just really good booking.
I didn't put any of this together, by the way. I should have thought about this.
That they were going to want that.
They're going to set something up for Gunther in Germany next week.
Just like good booking of a great character in Gunther. Gunther already had all the sort of title reign stuff where he's been a champion for longer than he hasn't and all that. Triple H has really protected Gunther anyway. Then you give him this almighty victory, and it happens in wrestling so often. Both companies, like all two of them. And we...
3 next week.
That's right, yeah, for 1 week. 1 week only.
TNA launch.
And we criticise it.
Oh, man.
Like, Booker's just flush stuff all the time, and this is maximising it with Gunther. Like, they've definitely added something to this character. You didn't think there was... Gunther's brilliant, but it didn't feel like there was much more to do with that character ever, other than turning babyface. But that laugh, it does sort of... It signifies this latest evolution, because he's got an extra glint in his eye. He does carry an extra bit of arrogance and a more of a chip on his shoulder. It's a different kind of chip on his shoulder, and I like the character development. I expect him to beat AJ Styles, if not next week in some sort of payoff match. It's good that they're not making it any more serious than a TV bit of business for Gunther. I hope he enters the Rumble. I'm excited about the prospect of him not winning the Rumble for who, chucks him out if it is going to be Brock Lesnar. It's a shame, but the match is something that they probably want to get to if they've convinced Brock to actually lose to him this time. I don't know.
If it's Gunther Brock, it's the best chance they have. They don't care about me. The best chance they have, and I don't like myself for saying this, for 12 minutes making me forget.
Yeah.
If he's going to make Brock tap.
It's not that.
I still think, honestly, after SmackDown, I started to try and map away to Gunther getting that world title back for Sammy to win the Rumble, and then you do a WrestleMania rematch, and it's like the level up from WrestleMania 40. Sammy gets his world title win. No, you off Sammy winning the Rumble.
Trick Williams is here now, mate.
Good point. Yeah.
Pepper steppers.
Out of the way, Sammy. Trick Williams is better. This is getting a bit WWE heat for me, this Gunther stuff, and by which I mean it's not real. And I know there's no real heat anyway, but my God, 2 problems with this. Getting the T-shirt, having the catchphrase, the repetition, it's getting a bit mizzy.
Hoorah!
Yeah.
His year.
It's the year of the Miz, don't forget.
Everyone's saying it.
It's getting a bit Chris Jericho-y. I beat The Rock and Steve Austin in the same night.
Yeah.
Understand why it gets a reaction. It's a WWE thing that they've done for years. Yada 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 yada. I also think John Cena is a generational bum, and he didn't, in fact, tap out like a little bitch. He did it. He tapped out because he thought it was a very profound thing to do, and he quite wanted to do it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work because he's crap. He's a bum. So he ruined the finish, and because he was never any good ever, particularly at the art of trying to elevate other wrestlers or make them not look like complete geeks, right? He kind of scooped it. It was a voluntary, I'm doing the right thing for the business and for the art of storytelling, if anything. So he didn't tap out like a bitch. He volunteered. He made a choice to do it with this full, profound bollocks. And so when Gunther's bragging about it, it's like, didn't really do that though, did you? So
it's a work.
Yeah, it's a work.
Can't put all that in a T-shirt, can you?
It's a rubbish word.
Not like a bitch fits lovely.
Yeah, but John Cena did not tap out like a bitch. Like, oh, I'm scared, I'm hurt.
No,
like a bitch. He tapped out because he thought it was the profound thing to do.
Yeah, he ruined it.
Yeah, thank you. Jesus.
But he hasn't ruined this.
Yes,
I don't think so. The fans just have bought into this idea that
no, the fans still enjoy the children's pantomime and they're free to do so. But I'm saying, I, a discerning viewer, it's ruined for me.
Enjoy your children's pantomime.
I mean, that's what it is.
Oh no, it isn't.
I will say
it's raw and it's behind you.
I will say, I apologise to any panto actors out there. I love a panto, mate.
Thank you.
Not genuine pantos are good.
Let's move on. Pantomime to the women's IC title match.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this was class.
So I've got my timeline a bit all over
It was
the place
the
here.
last 3 letters of Claire's.
There's a video package earlier on. There's a bit with Ivy Nile saying she wants to be at the front of the line. I didn't realise there was a massive line, to be honest, behind Becky Lynch.
Yes.
Anyone, and if one single wrestler wants to be at the front of the line, it cannot be the only woman that has lost an IC title match. Like, why? Why was the second in place? I want to be back at the front of the line. Well, you lost 2 weeks ago. You're definitionally at the back.
Yeah.
Everyone else gets to go before you. That's how this works.
I genuinely panicked that she was going to get involved. I was like, come on now, we're not doing this, are we? But no, we got the women's IC title match, chapter 3. It's not just her saying it. Becky Lynch wearing Star Trek-inspired gear, I was informed, against the champion, Maxxine Dupri.
What's that about, by
Not
the
to do Stranger Things inspired gear on the
Yeah.
Stranger Things crossover show.
I thought it looked really good, but
Movie stuff in it. She's in
is
the
she in
movie.
it?
Oh, yeah, she was.
Ah, okay.
I don't know, I'm not a Trekkie. But if you are, Trek Culture's there for you, of course. Brilliant channel. So early on, Becky tries pulling off Maxxine
You a
Dupri.
Trekkie? Not a Trekkie, are you?
Nah, not one bit.
But Dupri counters with a cartwheel and
It's
a
funny because you were sharing pictures of 7 of 9 with me not too long ago, Wilbourn, so I just thought you were a Trekkie.
Appreciate art.
Okay.
Still to come, by the way.
Star Trek character with big cans, obviously.
Gooner comment of the week. Still
7
to come.
of 9. Is that what the character's called?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
None, really. Just a lot of numbers stuff for the Strange Things people as well.
Yeah.
7, 11.
So, yeah, Maxxine
Up
hits
for
her.
6, the work of Sean Waltman. So,
1, 2, 3, and 6.
Yeah, Dupri hits a pump kick into the break when we come back. Well, when we come back, gents, Maxine's in trouble.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah, man.
we're all in trouble.
She hits a running knee to the head. And
It's when she fires up, it's like, it's pathetic.
she was setting up what looked like a backslide.
No one reacts to it.
What was looking like a backslide. Dropped down, and Michael Cole was like, what the hell's that?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm trying to... this has to be seen to be believed. I understand that a lot of our listeners, viewers, track fed through us. Some watch along. If you're one of the trackers, you must seek out this match. It's hilariously bad. It was a bit like... What was the Victoria finish?
Yeah, the Widow's Peak.
It was I think she was going for a Widow's Peak, right? So she does the backslide arm motion. I think she's meant to like lift Becky up, who's meant to do the phase from side to side, and then crunch.
Like a reverse jaded almost.
She goes on but like Becky Lynch just kind of slipped.
Doesn't go to her knees like a Widow's Peak, but just stays
No,
standing.
no, because what Maxxine Dupri does here is she stomps on a Goomba like she's Super Mario, except the Goomba doesn't exist, and she looks like she's really violently hurt her own coccyx.
Yeah.
And then Michael Cole goes, well, I don't know what the that was, Corey, but be that as it may, we're alive. And like, but then luckily for Maxine's sake, either the next spot called for her to do, or she had the instincts to aim a knee somewhere near Becky's face.
That's
and then
right, Becky
Cole
sort of
came up for it.
Staggered, and she did a big kick. Big, sweeping, like, stretched out leg kick sort of thing that looked quite impressive, and didn't get away with it. But
It's just
Friends don't lie.
was
of course,
like
they say in
ground
Stranger
pound,
Things, so
ground pound your own ass.
That's what 11 says. Friends don't lie. So Cole had to say, I don't know what the hell that was.
the treacly, like, ankle lock.
He hasn't got to that yet. Wait,
Transitions.
he's getting there.
Yes.
Oh,
so
yeah, sorry, I haven't done the fit. Oh, God, yeah, that other spot.
I was only at the whatever the backslide thing was.
Oof.
So following that, Maxxine Dupri gets an ankle lock. Becky Lynch gets a rope break.
She thought she ate as well.
There's a disarmer attempt by Becky Lynch. That gets reversed into another ankle lock. Becky reverses that into a DDT for 2.
You right there, Nicholas?
Another no ankle lock, sorry, from Becky Lynch gets broken up.
I expect more from you. I don't know why. I do sometimes.
I know.
At some point in all this, Maxxine Dupri gets sent through the ropes.
Sent or took the trip herself?
Slowly climbs through the ropes. There's a high cross.
God rest his soul. If you've ever seen that infamous spot where Steve Mongo McMichael tries to do a dive to the outside, he just goes, well, I'm not going to jump through that. He's going to step through over the middle rope and then do it. This was Maxxine Dupri.
Yeah.
It was significantly worse, by the way, than Mongo ever was.
Yeah, high crossbody for 2. There's a bit on where Becky catches her up top, but Dupri gets another ankle lock. But this time, Becky leans back, grabs the ropes, and gets the 1, 2, 3. The consensus on X, Hamflett, because you won't have seen this, was, well, at least Becky Lynch is champion again.
Yeah, it was abysmal. This is really poor. Like,
You can't do this anymore.
you can't do that. Like, Maxxine Dupri, it's work, right? British work here. Like, the story, I would classify as successful in its own terms up until tonight when it hit a horrific brick wall. Because the idea was,
she's been rubbish for weeks.
Maxxine Dupri can't go, but let's put her in there with somebody that really, really can. Let's do the underdog story. The surprise of all surprises, she even wins the belt, even when she'd beat her in the count out and whatever. But the level of improvement was obviously, Sidge is right, like, was never in line with that. Like, the idea, when the best underdog stories is that it's hiding that it's a great wrestler. I've just mentioned Sean Waltman, a perfect example. Like, he'd already done stuff that was getting him raves on the indies. So when the 1, 2, 3 kid comes, it's only because he's little. But then it's like, Jesus Christ, wow, how's this best worker in the game won that match? That was the trick with the 1, 2, 3 kid, This is the opposite. You are actually watching going, how's that worst worker in the game won this championship? Like, when you're watching this, I felt sad for her, like, because...
She had her best night when she won it, didn't she?
Yeah, like, ultimately, must be, like, have been riding this wave of momentum, think, this is great, like, my confidence is improving, I'm getting there, and then this was an absolute Turkerino, a total stinker.
She's not getting there.
Like, Becky Lynch, this one, I wouldn't even say this was like a good night for Becky Lynch, particularly.
It was a
like,
night to forget.
Well, she won a title, so it must have been a pretty good night for her.
He's made a salient point there, yes. Carry artists are that for a reason. Yeah. So you
carry a broomstick, you can't carry a rock. Do you know what I mean?
This was that the.
So you ever watch across the holiday season, Channel 5, World's Strongest Man?
No.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
The big fun.
Oh my God.
They get it in the States? They must do. I mean, American competitors, obviously.
I don't know. It's
Our
like
version of it, I mean. Not like the Mark Henry doing
I was going to say WWE ECW with Mark Henry.
The globes and pulling a bus or whatever.
It's goated. But the last, the grand finale, last thing is there's 10 in total, 5 on each side. Massive stones of like increasing size, which are like obviously stones, so it's like they're completely dense. Atlas stones or something, and they're so heavy and like they're quite smooth as well. They're perfectly spherical. So that's what is it called? Tacky that they put on the hands.
Oh, the
sticky stuff.
Yeah,
and like you are. And these the strongest men in the world, about 2 of them can do the biggest stone, right? 2 of them. And they're like, oh, Jesus Christ. The guy who won the competition, brackets all of it, the world's strongest man can't lift the heaviest stone.
Ray O'Neill from South Africa.
He couldn't do it. He did the 4th, couldn't do the 5th. Right? Maxxine Dupri is the 5th stone. He can't do any... This match,
the UK's Tom Stoltman, who came second, but did do all 5.
He did do all 5. I watched it. He's won the last 3 years in a row as well.
World's strongest is the man. Becky Lynch in this.
Good.
Couldn't move the large rock.
Very good.
Indeed. That is excellent.
I'm fascinated by whatever the Flintstone Press Max is. Event 4.
Pick up a dinosaur.
It's the Flintstone Press.
So it's quitting time, then you slide down a brontosaurus.
There's one where there's like 2 big vertical massive weights and you have to like grab them.
I think it's the one with the bar with the balls on the end of it.
That's the Flintstone Press, because apparently the guy who was storming the entire competition world's strongest tangent. That's good. It's good stuff.
I like that.
Apparently, that requires a lot in the way of technique other than just brute strength. So you failed at that. So it was pretty dramatic.
He only came 8th in that.
Yeah, no, I watched
188 kilos.
I watched it. Back to the match.
Sorry, yeah.
Stunk.
This was. This match was. It was diabolical. But I'm so glad it existed because you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. And it's not like someone who's worked, I'm not saying she doesn't work really hard, but like this lifelong dream of being a wrestler and is at it every night. And it's to be expected given her range of experience. She's been way too overpushed. The novelty is worn off. This was diabolical at points for everything we've just listed and reviewed. But like, this was so. I've got a pretty sinister, mischievous sense of humor sometimes, shall we say. If I didn't have it, I would have had an awful time watching this. Luckily for me, I'm dead inside. I thought it was hilarious because, like, it was really specifically bad in this, like, uncanny way where you'd be tempted to compare Maxxine Dupri to, like, a celebrity wrestler. Because she can't actually wrestle. She's not been positioned to wrestle particularly well. Just, she's doing what she can with it. But you can't even use that analogy anymore because, like, they're all better than her.
Yeah.
Like, Bad Bunny's better than her. So you can't even use that. But she is an old-timey celeb wrestler, right? Who, because she's been overexposed in this role and the novelty of it has, in the heart of whatever it is, has completely gone. She does these fire-up spots with these big, goofy, histrionic facials, and no one cares. It's like this kind of level of work, i.e., putrid, only works when you've got this play-along vocal audience going, oh, it's a star doing that. That's fun.
It's Maria Menounos or someone like that.
Yeah, It's like, oh my God, this is kind of awful to watch if you're not, so scarred by the horrors of the world that you only have one response left. Laughter.
I trust our audience to not listen to the bad faith actors anyway, but I would kind of like, whatever your socials or the other wrestling media you might consume, like, look for a Bully Ray, just off the top of my head, or a Tommy Dreamer, or them lot, to call on this match for being, like, exposing the business at times, because it was that poorly worked. Like, I'm sure if they're acting completely in good faith and just do what we do every week, which is watch wrestling and talk about it, that's what they seem to do on their channels. Like, I expect them all to come out and be very, very critical of this match. You can't watch this, like, these transitions if you're one of them ex-pros that likes to, like, be super critical on stuff and not pick it apart, because the stuff in and out with those ankle locks. I felt bad for Maxxine Dupri because it's like you've watched all the angle matches to try and see the literal movements, but you have none of the actual submission wrestler engine for it because
That's how your submission training only takes you so far, doesn't it?
that must be it. Yeah. This was hilarious. This was like way worse than, I don't know, the next thing people clutch the pearls over, like a particularly grisly blade job or a neck bump, and it's like that's not what the business is all about. Well, like, this is more what the business is all about, because it doesn't look like
equally.
Yeah, all right, yeah, that's fair, but like it won't get picked up on. This was like embarrassing, really. Becky Lynch needs to have a good year and needs to very quickly have a foo-ed or a run where, like, oh yeah, it's fine, she's excellent, but maybe she can't work miracles. Because I think there was a point where I thought she was a bit of a miracle worker. Between this and that Nikki Bella stinker in Paris, like, I'm keeping an eye on you, Becky Lynch. Like, I love her in theory, but there's a couple now where, come on, like, this is your role. Yeah, a great example, right? Massive stage. AJ Lee's like got her own limitations.
She's already struggled with one non-wrestler.
But that's got to be good. So, like, that's on Becky. These things are on Becky Lynch to be good, realistically, and they're not. They're stinking. Hide it.
Let's move on to some better news. Although this was randomly happening in a break. Javon Evans is on Monday Night Raw now.
Why did it randomly happen in a break?
Murray told me this when I came into work. I had
They
no
did it on
clue.
the stage. So, big thing in the Barclays, but I was
Wasn't
baffled.
mentioned on commentary.
No, I was baffled again that I said this on the news. I was like, why wouldn't you make a bit more ceremony out of this? I know he's like, it's not like he's suddenly come in. He's been on SmackDown. He's done the John Cena tournament, blah, blah,
These
blah.
soft launches are rubbish.
And they've done stuff with
Yeah.
Trick, obviously, with Jordan Grace, we saw on SmackDown, for example. But like I said, it's such a no-brainer, this. Because no time limit, I know they can't go ridiculous.
It's big, good news.
Just have him come out. Hey, Javon Evans, he's signed to him. And you can even, if you want to, have some crap lower mid-carder go like, don't need you coming and taking my spot, boy. I'll kick your ass next week in Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. Or
Weird.
bidding war between Aldis and... There's loads of different ways you can frame this as a big deal, and a coveted name from NXT is coming on the show. And they didn't... Triple H sucks. I don't know how often I have to say it and how many different ways.
But like Sami Zayn, they literally got it right in the last episode of TV. Sami Zayn and Trick Williams was how you do this.
Yes.
Like you present something, this is huge. It's not just a call up from your developmental. It's like the main roster's in trouble because somebody really good's been hiding down there.
Road Dogg should be writing Raw then.
Is that how far we've fallen on the old red brand? We need a bit of that SmackDown dust. You might be onto something there, Sid. That's a very good point. Well made, Michael Sidgwick.
The new...
What you need is that Wednesday feeling on a Monday, don't you? That's what you're watching this going like, that's more MFTs, more Road Dogg, more Miz. Get the old SmackDown saviors over.
Couldn't believe it when it's like first SmackDown of
So good.
first 3 hours SmackDown of 2026. So let's see what it says. I need to go back to sleep here. It's The Miz talking for 5 minutes and he's going through his Wikipedia. Jesus.
No, he was going through his grievances, which there were 4.
Yeah.
So it was a really awesome.
Then he
promo.
did say, I'm the first ever Grand Slam champion in WWE.
Yes.
And, yes.
It was
So he's
wrapped up into a
Wikipedia.
relevant grievance.
Okay.
It's a good promo.
Um,
I got high hopes for the Miz in 2026,
I thought this was a bit. This is the air of The Miz.
I did too, but then I remembered we don't do bits, and I just think it's going to be a great
Yeah.
year for the Miz.
20 years.
I think it's going to be a great year for The Miz. Oh, God.
20 years of the Miz. 2 decades of destruction.
Who did we... Oh, we put him with Kit Wilson, didn't we?
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Should we do a
awesome.
retrospective podcast on
Oh,
the...
yes, please.
Should it be called Respect the Mizness?
Yes! Respect the Mizness. Coming soon at the WhatCulture Wrestling podcast YouTube channel. Good bitch, Sidge.
What was next on Raw?
The new men's tag team champions, the Usos, come through the crowd and and then what did they do? We went, Jimmy said, what should we do, Jay?
Well, what should I do, Jay?
10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10,
What
10.
do I do, Jay?
Netflix button, 10, 10. I love it. Love pressing that button, me.
They give a nod to the former champion Styles and Dragon Lee.
I'm thinking of James instructing Jimmy how to yeet. From watching he's getting his arms wrong. He's like, no, not. Come on, you can do this.
They say 2026 is actually the year of the Usos. That's a warning shot to every tag team in the game. Standing in front of you is the best tag team in the game, and they'll be waiting for anyone who wants to run up on them.
Just feels nice, this. Jay Uso is a
Vaquer.
failed experiment.
Yeah.
Back like in this tag division, but then
Getting put back in his place.
as a result, fingers crossed, like elevating the tag division a bit. Like the tag division was a mess last year, total mess. New Day push or lack thereof, one of the worst things of Triple H's entire run. Sackable. If like the day ever comes, it was like, well, there's an example why you should go, because that New Day thing was a mess. Like I don't know, I want to have high hopes again for the tag division. I like the Usos being back there.
So saying 2 birds, 1 yeet.
You are just a fountain of creativity. This is everything you're saying just makes so much sense.
Stephanie Vaquer is walking through the back.
I'll kick your ass after this.
There's the Creed brothers. They're in a Scoops Ahoy boat from Stranger Things. We get chapter 4.
I hope that was the strangest things thing. Otherwise, we're just like, yeah, well, the Creed's doing this week. We chuck them in a boat.
There could be anything. They could be in anything. They could be in a boat.
It'd be a boat.
Chapter 4, To Kiss a Devil. Vaquer's wearing one of those.
Because they're finishing.
She comes in one of those walking moon boots. I know what it's like to wear one of those. Suffer through that. For an in-ring interview with Jackie Redmond.
How'd you get the injury?
Playing football. Got kicked on my toe. And
Kept
Simon...
the boot in case it happened again. And it did.
yeah, it did.
The NHS could have used that, so then again, so could you.
Yeah, it's all good prop for something, isn't it?
All good boot.
I like that you kept it for a bit though, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then actually needed it.
Yeah, I think...
Yeah.
I can't remember. And I think the second time I like dropped a sofa or something on it, something ridiculous like that. Really messed it up.
Just because you wanted to use the boot again.
Yeah. Well, needs must.
You still got it in like your costume box. There's like Halloween
Yeah.
pumpkins.
Well, we've got several costume boxes now.
And there's a medical boot.
Eric's got his own one now.
Has
for
he?
This year, yeah. He's got like fireman doctor outfit.
Nah.
Good stuff.
I got some terrible news, mate. He's going to grow out of all of them. Waste of time keeping them.
We're already starting to accumulate stuff in the new house.
Yep.
I can feel it.
And it's like, what the point of all this was?
I know, I was like,
pay
get
this
it.
mortgage to have stuff everywhere.
Get out.
Yeah, at what point can you instigate like a one in, one out policy of like, if we're keeping that, then we have to get rid of...
Probably 2000 and never, because this stuff isn't really up to me, is it? Let's be honest. But I do want to do like an annual sort out.
2000.
I got to implement policy.
Oh, there's
Come on, you know better than that, bro.
One apology. Is that what it says? Just one. That'll be great.
We could do it. We could do a clear out and all the rest. If I can't implement a policy, come on, you know this. Can you, Adam? Can you implement a policy?
I can propose
No, you
a
can't.
motion.
No, you can't.
You can't do stuff in the way. Yeah, Vaquer suffered an ankle injury.
When will Michael Sidgwick enjoy WWE? 2000 and never? That's popular.
Yeah, sorry. Vaquer suffered an ankle injury during that title defense last week.
I'm not laughing at that.
Vaquer talks about her special year, winning 4 titles, including the world title. Gets a bit emotional. Speaks in Spanish about her title defense last week against Nikki and Raquel, of course. And points to the boot and says, look, this injury is not going to stop me. And as she poses with the belt, she is jumped from behind by Raquel Rodriguez, who targets the foot, slams it against the mat, hits a Tejana bomb, wants to pulmonize her leg with a chair, but thankfully officials run out to stop it. And Raquel marches to the back. And subsequent to that, we see Stephanie Vaquer being helped through the back. And she's jumped again by Raquel. Pearce threatens to fine her until she had nothing. She's got nothing left if she keeps doing this.
I thought this was like a pretty effective throwback heat segment, the likes of which you don't really get in WWE very often. She's obviously not injured enough that she can't take this beating, but they should probably do it more. You know, when people have just got slight knocks, can you take a couple of bumps on it? Yep. Do this. Like Raquel was in...
Oh, no. CM Punk won't like that.
A beaten challenger in Raquel Rodriguez is now basically just storylined away with a title match.
She had the match won, didn't she?
Yeah, and
she
hit the Tana bomb and Stephanie got the pin. So like she can feel wronged, and you can run that back without it feeling like just a cheap rematch. I thought this was like Raquel was good here as well.
Yeah.
I like this.
I thought the execution of the angle, I know you were going to go to my thoughts before I interrupted, was actually good. However, congratulations, Paul Levesque, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, and all the rest. I see a moot or whatever. I'm like, don't believe it. I've been psyched.
Just you wait till season 2 of Unreal.
Because until John Pollock and Michael Hamflett,
Yeah, I got that one.
I had a day of
I get nothing right.
I had a day of face value, and then a month before the reveal, I was like, oh, it's been clarified by reputable journalists that it's a complete work. Excellent. Don't have to, whatever. But I don't want to get fooled. And like that is a wrestling audience thing. They will stop wanting to be fooled. You don't want to make you feel thick enough watching this tripe to begin with. You don't want to feel even dumber, do you?
Don't know.
But I felt a bit sorry for...
It's the Jelly Roll episode I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. What didn't suck Jelly Roll? We'll have to do an episode on that.
But
I thought you sucked, but the general consensus was that you didn't.
Didn't think much of that match.
I'm gonna fight my hardest, god damn it. That's my impression of Jelly Roll.
To be honest, I think you said before, like that celebrity wrestling, it wasn't a nightmare.
Yeah.
Well done.
Maxxine Dupri was a nightmare.
But after this, I felt a bit sorry for Stephanie Vaquer, so I thought I'd try and find some words of encouragement for her online.
If she's legitimately injured, you are a piece of trash.
Well, it's time for this week's Gooner comment
Of the week.
bumper edition, because it's been a few weeks and I've missed this.
An injury. Violet's, yeah.
She's
So,
done her ACL, bro.
She seems funny. And also, I've worn a moon boot before, so there's a sort of
yeah.
mutual respect
People
there.
could have been gaining over you.
Mutual. She doesn't know you exist.
A goon boot.
Let me put on my goon boot.
So there's 5 comments I
this
found.
slop.
5 comments I found for Miss Vaquer here, and one of which I actually
Words of encouragement.
need your help with, Sidge, because I'm
Yeah.
a bit confused.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
But the first one I'll start with is from Zazie, who writes, I will never get tired of cranking it to Primera's perfect ass.
Crank.
This is the one I got a bit confused with. It's from Don't Know. Put it down.
Yeah.
Because this is from Dr. President Dingleberry, who writes, Stephanie Vaquer is quite the underrated baker. And I thought she was a wrestler. I was confused as to why they would be writing something like that. Why is that? Is that because of her cakes? Is that why they're...
Right, okay. It's because she's produced her own ass. She has kneaded the dough superbly. She has rested the dough to perfection, and she's baked it for just the right amount of time. And she's resulting in a perfect pair of cakes, or one cake. I don't know the language.
Next comment here. Obviously, Stephanie will be quite upset, one would assume, with the attack.
Mhm.
When she's in a vulnerable position by Raquel.
Yep.
Want revenge,
This
no?
is 3 of 5.
This is 3 of 5.
Yeah.
And PK writes, I need Vaquer to take all her anger and frustration out on my dick.
Oh, turn of phrases. These people is magnificent. Need like food, shelter, water, angry hand job or whatever, whatever it would be.
I'm quite concerned by this next comment from Sam Claus. So maybe, a bit of free time now with the festive period being over. Sam Claus just writes in this picture of Stephanie Vaquer, taken from behind, but posing with the world title, this photo, by the way. Sam writes, I'm coming, I can't help it.
Like,
Oh God!
that's happening.
And the final comment here comes from Finster Goon, who just writes, well, my cock's not making it through the year.
That's magnificent.
That was what you remember when you were telling that story to Nicholas earlier, and you were like halfway through a really good story, and I apologise. That was when I read that. Well, that's coming in.
Like just this bloody stump of a cock.
Yeah.
By March.
What happened?
January 5th Raw,
As always, we don't endorse these comments.
No.
But that is this week's Gooner comment
of the week.
You're doing your serious voice
I know.
at the end of that, man.
We don't endorse them, but we do give them 5 minutes of time on our
That's always
regularly
done that
popular
for us.
podcast.
Everyone knows.
There we go, that'll cover it.
This podcast is for entertainment purposes only.
Right, we go backstage.
I don't give a toss about the rest of this show, and I'm done.
Rey Mysterio's giving Dragon Lee some words of encouragement, saying he's going to be...
Gonna need them.
Penta comes up to Rey. He said he was happy to come back early to help him against the Vision. And Rey said Penta understood the tradition, honor, and respect of Lucha Libre, everything that the Vision wanted to destroy. And Penta said As Penta said to Rey, he'll always be there for him, and that would obviously lead to what came later. Then we got Lyra Valkyria versus Liv Morgan. Bayley, of course, in Lyra's corner. And
Oh, Christ, the finish here.
Roxanne Perez.
Nightmarish Raw.
Liv Morgan.
Remember this finish.
Baby, come back.
She looked at
There's flying
She
things
looked
in
at a f***ing idiot, though, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's flying things in the upside down, though, so
Right.
it's
Yep.
another thing, isn't it?
A stranger thing.
We go to a break after Liv kicked Lyra to the floor and sent her into the steps. When we come back, there's stereo clotheslines, double down. They trade forearms. Valkyria gets a tornado DDT. She sets up for a Nightwing, does Lyra Valkyria, but Morgan counters into, I think it was intended to be a code breaker, but it looked like Lyra took a DDT right on her head, basically. Anyway, Liv distracts the ref. Roxanne Perez drops the rope, so Valkyria spills to the outside. So Bayley goes after her. Ref gets involved. Perez uses that distraction to chuck Bayley into the timekeeper's area, but Bayley snaps, grabs a chair, and chases Perez through the ring to the back. Valkyria's distracted by this, turns around into an oblivion by Liv Morgan, who gets the 1, 2, 3.
Back to wrestling your match. She was out there the whole time.
Yeah.
It's just so stupid, isn't it? Match was fine. I like Liv Morgan being back.
Yeah.
Nothing else to add other than how daft I thought Lyra Valkyria was made to look. This continue, like I thought they'd found this even keel with Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, where slap her back to good mental health, and then just have them be baby faces together. But Lyra Valkyria is a dumb idiot a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like a dumb idiot character.
And yeah.
Just over 3 weeks till we get this in the Rumble, potentially.
What?
Bayley snapping, Lyra, friends. Are you friends? There's Rumble.
Oh, like one might eliminate each other, then you got yourself a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Anything?
I had a thought on this and then it evaporated.
Like Liv's gear as well. You know those like tattoo sleeve things you can buy for your arms? She had it into a gear, didn't she? The Dominic Mysterio tattoo.
Brilliant.
Like,
I've remembered the thought.
Go on.
And that is, what is it with wrestling fans who think they've got a PhD in astrophysics because they've read something on the internet? You know, like, I'd be proud if I had a PhD. You know?
Your wife's got a
Very,
PhD.
very proud. Yeah, she does. She
Amazing.
does. It is amazing. It is. She's a doctor.
Yeah.
Right. I'd probably want to flaunt it, drop it into conversations. Go, yeah, how you doing, Mrs. It's doctor.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would drop
work too hard to not have that.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. I would do all this kind
Exactly.
of thing. Wrestling fans seem to treat they've read something online. Check this shit out. Y2J. Y2J. Yeah, it's coming back. I'm in the know. Y2J. Y2. Yeah. Rumored to be returning. Just let him return when he wants, and then just don't detract from the action.
Yes. There's a chance during this match, yeah.
Probably that code breaker spot. Must have like triggered something.
I'm sure there was some earlier in the night as well.
Yeah. Well, that meant.
I know that. Y2J. Y2J.
Have they changed
Have
channels?
they started attending other shows?
Well, Jim and Joe. Yeah.
Got tickets for Barclays.
Yeah.
The bright lights of Big City in New York.
Oh,
Fancy damn
it's a bit
Brooklyn.
liberal, but you know, whatever.
Empire State Building's quite tall, I guess.
You're bigger than Texas. So it's
Nothing is.
nothing here.
And never will be.
Main event time.
Yeah.
There was an interview with CM Punk backstage beforehand. Punk said everyone had an opinion after Redmond said that Breaker thinks he's going to win with one spear. But Breaker could claim spear 1, 2, 3 if he wanted. But if Punk's the underdog, you're underestimating him. That meant a GTS and a nap could happen to anybody, and tonight it's Bron.
Was he threatening to chin Jackie Redmond here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did say he would hit with a GTS.
Yeah.
She got out of hand. Weird. Not good.
Very, very, very downbeat CM Punk here.
Chapter 6.
Like, what gives? He's been fired up in his promos.
Yeah. He's in the upside down. It's flipped on its head there.
It becomes a bad promo. Yeah, you've explained it. It's perfect sense.
Chapter 6.
Why was Maxxine Dupri rotten then?
Upside down.
Yeah, because she's rotten all the
She's normally brilliant. Well, hang on. She's trained by Natalia.
Normal. She's trained by Natalia. Normal went into the upside down.
Do I see? I don't know.
I don't know if I see anymore. Chapter 6. The best versus the badass. CM Punk versus Bron Breakker. World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, I get it. I also got this subtle clue on his attire.
Oh, that was class.
The varsity jacket.
The Michigan.
No, I'm talking about Bron Breakker right in the future on his ass.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant Punk's.
I genuinely thought your jacket as well.
No, the jacket was actually good. That was good.
Michigan blue and yellow.
Yeah.
Trunks. Yeah, that's the stuff. That's what I watch Raw for.
I wonder if Bron even got the reference. Do you know what I mean?
Isn't that also a Strange Things reference?
We're on Raw!
Varsity jackets.
It's like the 80s aesthetic, yeah.
It's like in Steiner, Michigan, cut the whole thing.
Yeah.
Bron. That's funny.
How can you psychologically taunt that, which is Bron Breakker?
Oh, that's like your dad and your uncle's gear, isn't it? No. Rick and Scott, not C&M, dumbass.
Anyway, Bron catches Punk with an early power slam to take us to a break. When we come back, Punk's in trouble. He tries for a desperation GTS, but Bron counters into a suplex. He goes for another one, and Bron counters into a gutbuster for 2. Punk goes to the outside, and Bron sees his opportunity to do that running spear, but Punk cuts him off with a clothesline to take us to another break. When we come back, there's a clothesline off the barricade and a flying crossbody by Punk for a 2 count in the ring. Punk hits a running lifting knee strike, goes for another, but Bron sends him into the middle turnbuckle and hits a standing moonsault for 2. We'd see that again in a bit. After another break, Bron wanted a Frankensteiner, but Punk held on. Bron almost fell on his head, and then they thought now it's time to re-show that Bron Breakker standing moonsault, I assume.
Yeah, it's been coming, that.
Yeah.
It's been coming for a long time. Terrifying. Absolutely, almost internally decapitated himself.
But Punk hit an elbow drop for 2, went back up top. This time, Bron does hit the Frankensteiner.
Come on, Phil.
Bron,
You don't do it again, Phil. You leave it. Have faith in your work, Phil. You're the best in the f***ing world, Phil.
No, he isn't.
He's not at the moment, is he?
No.
Why did they do it again, Sidge?
Bron Breakker still has to rigidly follow instructions. If Punk's in there with someone who, quite frankly, can work, they don't go back to that, but he's in there with someone who needs
Let's see on Real Season.
marshalled.
Chris Abyss. We've got to get back to the Breakensteiner.
Yeah.
I'll get that as like a sort of big moment.
Yeah.
Getting a bollocking backstage.
Yeah.
Bron.
Going off this match, more Wilbourn recaps. I kinder on it when I was watching.
Nah.
Not good enough.
Bron wanted a press slam Punk counter with a DDT, hit a lifting knee strike clothesline and a flying elbow drop. Wanted a GTS, but Heyman jumps up on the apron. Punk chases him off as Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and Bronson Reed. Punk gets involved with them. Bron shoves Punk into the referee, spills out the ring. Theory hits a curb stomp on Punk. Bron makes the cover, another referee's out there, but CM Punk kicks out. Then Penta, Rey, and Dragon Lee all appear to chase off the rest of the division. That leaves Bron and Punk alone. Bron wants a spear, but Punk dodges it, and Bron posts himself. Punk hits a GTS. Crowd think this is the finish, but Bron kicks out. Then Punk hit a pile driver for a 2 count.
Looked like ass.
Didn't get all of it, was the words of Michael Cole. Punk wants another GTS, but Bron counters into an arm bar. There's counters, covers, reapplications of the holds. Punk reverses into an Anaconda Vice. Bron just sits up. That's quite good. Punk's like, and Bron hit another gutbuster and a clothesline for a near fall. Bron wants the GTS, but Punk counters into a submission. Bron gets a rope break. Punk Punk wants to reapply the submission. STFU, wasn't it? But Heyman's on the apron, so Punk just chins him. Bron tried to spear Punk, but Punk dodged it, so Bron goes to the outside. Punk wants a suicide dive, and Bron just nails him in the face. He gets set up on the announce desk, and Bron thought about going from the apron, didn't he? Then went from the top turnbuckle with a wild flying clothesline. It all explodes. Bron sends Punk into the ring. This is it. He drops the straps, wants a spear, but Punk knees him in the face, hits a GTS, and gets the 1, 2, 3, celebrating as there's Bron holding his injuries as Punk stands over him to close out this show.
Some positives and some pretty massive negatives, I'd say here. It wasn't, botches notwithstanding, I really did not like they went back to that. I thought it was unnecessary to go and redo the spot. I know they tried to put some stuff in the middle.
It's going to take you ages to get into it after that as well.
Yeah. But it wasn't a bad esser in spite of a couple of dodgy spots, the guff pile driver and all that kind of thing. It was still a decent bit of business in terms of how well it was worked. I never once bought that the title was going to change hands. So that's a pretty massive negative against that because ultimately the work, even if it's good quality execution or whatever, like Punk's elbow was all right, for example. Like there was some, the Bron Breakker spot to the table looked great. There were some real flashes here that I think were fitting of this big Raw main event. They wanted you to feel like this was pay-per-view, PLE quality happening on this Raw. And I think in a couple of cases they got there, but the massive negatives against them were always outweighing it. So I never bought that there was ever going to be a title change. I didn't like the sort of lazy, we need for Punk not to be winning here. What are we doing? Well, Chuck Paul Heyman on the apron again. They went to that, I think, 3 times. And it was probably 3 times too many. You needed to
they were in there too long.
Position Punk as clever than that, as more wily than that. The half the story's been about the old CM Punk, the one that would be far too smart for any of this. I liked, and again, I would consider it a pretty big positive actually, the interaction between the Luchas and the Vision. That reminded me, going way, way, way back, but some people remember and will hold it in higher regard than even I do. But remember in the early days of SmackDown 6 era, where they had Cena and Rey Mysterio and all the goodies, the new goodies. I thought this was quite effective at that. Rey Mysterio used a bit of his Mysterio dust. Penta's already pretty over. Dragon Lee is coming off the back of a tag loss and his team pretty much are separating. And they're in this main event angle with the Vision and they're going to chase him off. And the fans went nuts for all of it. So I thought it was actually really effective. And then you're doing that thing where you're looking around thinking, right, there's nobody about anymore. So there's going to be some twist, or you're just going to get a finish, and that's the other positive. They actually delivered a finish. They were committed enough to beat Bron Breakker and decide, you know what, there's another day for him. There's the positive. Massive negative, I don't want to watch this at WrestleMania.
No.
I do not want to watch this again, really, for another year, but I don't want to watch this at WrestleMania. So if the idea was, you know what, we're going to give you a finish, we're not going to be cowards, we're not going to be 50-50, none of that. CM Punk has won the match. He is the better man. I'm not rooting for Bron Breakker to win the Rumble to run this back. So I felt like there was always
Didn't
this
really
bigger.
make a good case for himself in the match, did he?
No.
Well, after this.
Yeah.
Just too many negatives hanging over what I thought were some positive flashes here.
Where to begin with this? Watching CM Punk sell for what feels like minutes on end, I've got 2 thoughts on this approach of his. One, and I do not know who the real Phil Brooks is. Don't know him, right? The persona that he projects to the public, not a fan. I am not a fan. So when I find him in his baby face, he's either really morose in these promos or really snarky. He's always had that. But when you go off him, the snark gets really, really, really pronounced. Watching him sell, I don't like him very much, and that's a me thing. Again, I don't know who Phil Brooks is. 2, I can never tell if he's just gassed and knackered or where the selling ends and where the real life he's too old for this begins, That's been a fixture with Punk, particularly in WWE. I think we are post Old Man Punk. Old Man Punk was brilliant. This guy, I don't know if he's got too much mass compared to his AEW run or what, or if I just like him less, and that could be a consideration here. But I'm very unmoved and bored by these long singles matches that he does in the early going. I get the story that he was going for largely, I'm going to cut this guy off at the exact right times because I know when to do things. He's better at the how, Is he? The idea was he's
Supposed to be, innit?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. He's an explosive super athlete. I can't do the things he does anymore, but I can have the mental ability to stop him from doing those things or to let him try and do those things and all the rest of it, right? The problem is that Bron Breakker, I can't name, other than his promo game has improved, especially in this build. Going back to his NXT days, when he was like at the end, I cannot name you a single thing that he does in the ring that he's improved upon in the past 4 years. I've said it. He is an awesome 1997 ECW wrestler in the wrong company. I've said this from day one, pretty much. I've never wavered. And on his big night, he's just in the wrong promotion. He's working the wrong style, whatever. I've said this ad nauseum for, at this point, years. There's not a single thing in this match that made me think, oh, he's so much better at that than he was 4 years ago. Or he's so jittery, reckless. To a degree, some of it's really fun to watch. But he's not a WrestleMania main eventer. And this is the guy they're investing all the time in. And maybe they've stopped after this result. Who the hell knows? But the idea of CM Punk is the wily, cleverest mind in the business veteran who knows exactly when to do things. I mean, the guy, he botches so often in his matches now, or botches seem to happen in his matches so often now, that effective, that quality of CM Punk's is getting tarnished like weekly at this point.
I agree with that. I completely agree with that. If you look at the WrestleMania 3-way last year, you could think to yourself, well, do I love Seth and Roman again? Do I like, but it's like, well, but Punk's the master. Like, there will just be a different flavor here because he brings that brain with him to everything he does. That has diminished in 20. It's the biggest thing that I think is diminished about Punk's offering of like the current 2026 version.
And when he's like jumping out the ring directly on his forehead, it's hard to take him seriously as this really clever guy because he's making errors in there. He's making
the title.
Yeah, he is making.
That threw it up and dropped it.
He can't be the cleverest guy in the room when he makes so many mistakes, and that's what's happening to CM Punk. Similarly, Bron Breakker, he doesn't have the head for it. Well, he's got a brilliantly dumb wrestling brain that would be brilliant in the 90s in a different promotion. He doesn't have the head for this main event style, or just generally, he has no composure, like very little composure.
I'm trying to decide with Bron Breakker.
He's in the wrong role.
Like, how old is he? It's not crucial his age, but let's just say if he's not 30,
it makes you worry about the future of the business because, like, how are these people going to get better? Like the machinations just aren't there.
Like, is he 30? I'll say 29.
Bron Breakker, 28.
28.
So, like, ages, but not even in wrestler prime, let alone, like, sort of, maybe, for all we know, his athletic prime. He's come from another sport.
He's 28 until he's 29.
4 years. Yeah, 2.0 was 2021, September. So we'll be coming up on 5 years this September for Bron.
Ooh, nearly same birthday as Punk. Sorry.
There you go. That's not ages in the grand scheme of things as a wrestler, because he didn't come from a wrestling family and that. So there's loads of wrestlers that you see that hit TV that have been at, say, like 10 years, but you've just made the point. Like, the next 5 years he's going to have aren't going to be the 5 years that people had had. Like, back in old Dixie, like, he's going to have another year of, say, like 15 to 20 televised matches that roughly play out with the same beats. And it's like, that's not going to be 5 years of improvement in those 5 years. So what did we learn? Like, I'm not prepared to just completely close the door on Bron Breakker as like WWE's next top star, for example, off the back of, say, his first failed attempt at the world title. But I don't necessarily see, like, the next year. Like, Ricky Starks in AEW is a great example of this. Sorry for the tangent. When he lost to MJF, I was so impressed with Ricky Starks in that defeat. I was like, you know what? In 12 months, they could run this back and he could win the title. Yeah. This could be this amazing redemption story. I'm not thinking that about Bron Breakker on next year. I feel like Bron Breakker will pretty much be exactly where he is in terms of what he does, and he'll either just be a babyface or a heel. He might have left Paul Heyman. His spear might be a babyface move again, and then belt him up. Why not? But has he going to have improved on the intangibles and all the other really important stuff that much in 12 months? I'm not sure.
The things I tell you will not be false.
I like one of the Stranger Things title cards.
No, it was the Giant from Twin Peaks season 2 premiere.
Topical.
What were the Giant from the season 3 Nitro premiere.
No. Almost every day my son asks me to do that for him. Love that.
Oh my, quick. Joshua out of nowhere. Just like, Jesus, like, just.
How did they react to the Fed tickets?
Oh, they were buzzing.
Yeah.
I don't love the business as much anymore. Man, I wasted my money there.
I lost my ass on Fed tickets.
60 goddamn quid a ticket. But we'll see. I think they'll enjoy it. Like,
they'll love it when they're
live
there.
wrestling. It's going to be class.
Like, I even asked to love live wrestling.
Yeah. Just like absolutely out of nowhere over Christmas, develop this bit. He doesn't do bits, and yet he just does this bit where he just went like, I'm dad with my podcast. I'm a show-off bozo. Like we talk about like at school, like what jobs you would do, and he was on about his mum's job, and his grandma was there, and like she's retired now, and it was like, yeah, what's that job? Podcast, show-off bozo. So that's what we are. We're show-off bozos.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he is.
Yeah.
Bozo is such a great word.
Yeah,
Bozo's great.
Show off bozo. Where you pulled that one from?
Bring Bozo
Is that
back.
Charlie or Joe?
Joshua, this was, yeah.
Well, let us know.
Cracking.
Let us know your thoughts on us and on Raw in the comments.
She calls us cringe constantly. Like every day.
Let us know your thoughts
You
on.
give him everything, don't you?
Yeah.
You give him everything, you just a cringe show.
There's nothing left of me.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments or on X at WhatCulture WWE. Watch so you can follow all 4 of us. You can follow Michael Hamflett sort of at
Michael Hamflett on Cameo or hamflex@gmail.com.
follow Michael Sidgwick at
M. Sidgwick.
follow our brilliant producer.
I don't know how
Ripley.
to do this. Is that my new thing? I need a new thing.
Surf's up, Sid.
Follow our producer Adam Nicholas at.
Yeah, it's Adam Nicholas.
And you can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. Subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling wherever you get your podcasts from.
I'll workshop it as the weeks progress. So stay tuned for that. Retention. Yeah.
I love that. I really like that.
NXT preview coming your way later on. It's New Year's Eve tonight, of course. But for now, it's been the Raw review with Thanks to Hamflett and Sidgwick. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.